You work with people who want to come and live in this country. You sit across the desk from them and you look them in the eyes and you hear their stories. What would stop them wanting to come here?
Well, yeah. How much time do we have? I think the point is, it's not just about, firstly, it's not just about stopping them wanting to come here. The point is, another point that was just said, from Syria, we might end up with lots of young fighting age men.
Hang on, no, because it is like, with respect, it is about wanting to reduce the numbers of young fighting age men who want to come here. So what would stop them wanting to come here?
So that's what I was going to answer. Yes, of course. Regardless of the standard of that language, but even if that's what we want to do, why didn't we end up with young fighting age men from Ukraine? Because we actually sent flights there, because we had safe legal routes, we treated them as humans. That's why we ended up with women and children and disabled and actually vulnerable people. We can't expect the women and the children, the elderly and the disabled to be crossing continents trying to get to the UK.
The men in Ukraine wanted to fight for their country.
Of course, if they're going to be risking their lives, it's going to be the men. And that's what we need to do. Send planes, bring over the more vulnerable people.
The men in Afghanistan are not currently risking their lives.
But
leaving the women and children
what would
behind.
stop? What would be the deterrent? When they sit across the table from you and they say, Mr. Khan, I need you to get me to England. And you say, why? What do they say?
Mainly depends. Look at the countries you've just been talking about. The main problem is Syria, Afghanistan, the Middle East. So we know what the problems there are. Do we not know what the problems with women in Afghanistan are right now? Do you think any woman in Afghanistan given a chance would want to come to the UK right now? Do we not know? That's what I don't understand.
I do. I totally
understand. Do you
think
the men could try and do something about that, Shoaib? Do you think the men could try and do something about that?
But look, the point is, are we trying to see what we can do? Or are we just going to say what their men or their people can do? The whole point is, that's what it comes down to. If that's what we're talking about, these, civilizations, these traditions, cultures, let's go and change these cultures all over the world. Or are we saying in the next few months, few years, what can we do for our country? So it just depends. Is that genuinely what you're saying? Let's go and start educating the Taliban. That's an easier way to protect the women?
Yeah, I'm saying that if the men don't like it so much, then maybe they shouldn't leave and leave the women and the children there. Maybe they could do something about it.